Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 4th of December. Now, first off, thank you guys for all your kind wishes with Sprocket. I am here with Sprocket today. Here he is. Going to say a quick hello to everybody, Sprocket. You can tell he's absolutely not the same as he was a couple of months ago, guys. It's been really upsetting. I've been telling you guys how we're pretty sure he's going blind. He's walking into everything. I've been to the vets this morning. Sorry, guys, this is dominating my every thought. I went to the vets this morning and he's got another appointment in the morning. They actually tried to ring me, but my phone's been playing up and they've changed his antibiotics because they're thinking it's like around his sheath that maybe it's a urinary tract infection. But sadly, as you can see, Sprocket has gone blind in the meantime. So I don't know what's going on, guys. Hopefully we'll find out a bit more tomorrow. I'll get them to have a look in his eyes and really suss it out. I don't know if infections can do that. It just seems crazy to me. So thank you for all your beautiful, kind, well wishes with Sprocket. Look, he's coming good since the antibiotics. He's certainly been a lot better. Haven't you, sweetheart? Kissy? Got a kiss and hold mummy's hand. Give mummy a kiss. But there's always like this fear in his eyes and he's just walking into walls. It's so scary. But we're always here for Sprocket. We love this big old goof. Kiss. Got a kiss from mummy? Kiss. Kiss. Oh, he's licking peanut paste. I gave him a little bit. I gave him his tablets with peanut paste and I had to put a little bit in the bowl as well. So he's licking it off his paws. Oh, at least he's got some happiness. But he is very blind. I'm hoping it's not permanent, but I am freaking out a little bit, guys, that it could well be. I've got a bit of Merry Christmas on. My little reindeer antlers. Speaking of antenna, I always talk about that, guys. So my daughter's taken Sophie for a walk, so let's get right into the reading, guys. If you are new, please hit the like buttons, think about subscribing, and please comment down below. It takes me a day or two to get back to you, but I do get there in the end. That's if YouTube doesn't take my comments, which, as we know here, Chris, as you know, and many others know, they do take a lot of our comments away. Of course, my subs have been dropping yet again. I had 70-something the other day. Now I notice they're back down to 60-something. So just ensure that you're subscribed. Just double check, guys, maybe, would be my suggestion. Okay, I've got a few more viewer reads to come to, guys, this week. I'm just going to... Larissa, I did you yesterday, which is hamburger, but you got that, I'm sure. And I've got a few coming up this week, just to let you guys kind of know who I'm catching up with is Janet Casey, Carolyn, Addie, which is Bito Falada. Is that your other name? I've got Renata Grezikoviak. I have trouble with your names. Grezikoviak. Tangerine Cottage, I've got to read you as well. Look, I've still got many still to do. Pia Forsberg is another one I'm going to do. So today, just to let you know, I'm going to do Janet Casey and Carolyn Addie. Bito Falatha is your name, your YouTube name. All right, so look out for those, guys. I'm still going with my readings. Sorry if I'm forgetting anybody. I'm trying to get my head around, but there's been a lot going on between the lymphedema and the aches, pains, and ailments. I'm suffering with my neck and my leg and worrying myself to death about Sprocket. You can see he's just not himself, guys. He's very frightened and scared. It's sad to not see him all happy. I mean, we're here for him. I keep putting the lead on and bringing him around the house with me. The kids are really good. He's walking bang full on into walls now. You hear the bang all the time. But my kids, because I've had the blind cat Charlie, fortunately my kids are very good at keeping things up off the ground. So everything's pretty much the same for Sprocket, even out in the garden. You've seen my garden, guys. It's pretty predictable. I'm not a clutter person, so thing is that helps my little man here. He'll have a little sleep while Sophie's away walking anyway, which will be good for him. First off, a little bit of admin, guys. Not much. We've got the Woolies and Coles being called out. There's a Senate inquiry apparently about the price gouging, which is ripping off farmers, etc., etc. They restrict farmers and that from selling their products to other people. Apparently, this is how it goes. I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is, which is so unfair, isn't it? Like, if we buy off you, you can't sell to anyone else. Like, that's just unfair. So we've got a lot of that going on, and there's a lot about that not being a legal process. They shouldn't be able to do that. The other thing I just wanted to touch on too is I was telling you guys about in Victoria, we've had a few neo-Nazi marches. I won't say too much about it because we don't want to get into, strikes on YouTube. Well, on the weekend in Ballarat, there was a big march of these particular people, all wearing black and balaclavas, very intimidating sight. There was probably about 40 of them marching through Ballarat. Poor Ballarat is now going to be tarred with the same brush. I'm sure that people in Ballarat are very uncomfortable with this. And of course, the cops did nothing, even though, yes, well, we know the salute is illegal, but apparently marching for it isn't, because you can do whatever you like. And the police escorted them. Yep, police escort behind them and everything. They were shouting, chanting things out about the JEWSs and nothing. You can do whatever you like, but you can't protest against your government for freedom. Very interesting here down under, isn't it? All the double standards. So huge march. I reckon there was about 40 of them. There was quite a lot. It's pretty intimidating, actually. It wasn't a small handful. So obviously, and we know globally, these movements are growing. But again, it just intimidates the JEWS community. Yet again, well, it's enough that we've got the Israel-Palestine stuff going on, but now it's like, oh, it's still going on. It's just, how can this be happening in 2023? These are the questions. The other thing I wanted to just touch on, guys, was the Solomon Islands, which is above Australia as well. Remember I kept talking about Papua New Guinea, which is obviously up there too. I think you've got China, America, Australia, New Zealand, like everything's kind of spread out. But Solomon Islands is sort of, last night on 60 Minutes, 60 Minutes, those kind of shows, they talked about China, Panda, and the Solomon Islands connection. Remember I told you that Panda went in and took over Solomon Islands, and they've pretty much turned it into a little, another little China, and they've built them stadiums for these special games and all this kind of stuff. So they're pouring a lot into the infrastructure, and apparently they're just coming in and taking over, which we all knew was going to happen the minute China stepped in. So the beautiful paradise of Solomon Islands is completely changing now. And I'm saying it won't, it won't be long before it's a dictatorship. Because Panda is pouring all the infrastructure and money into these things. Oh, it's so scary. Go check it out if you haven't seen anything about the Solomon Islands. You need to go and check it out. And they also started mining, and they promised these little village towns that they would help them out financially and all this kind of stuff. And they've gone in and ripped up villages to get to the gold. There's gold over there. So we know why they're in the Solomon Islands. And this is what I kept getting for Papua New Guinea. There's some resources and things that they're wanting. So we know that they've already been mining for gold on the Solomon Islands, and that is China. Panda. Got their little claws in. Sadly, Solomon Islands has been sold out by their leader. It's really sad when that happens, isn't it, guys? That's all I've got for admin today, so we might get straight into the reading. Sprocket's happy to have his little sleepy. He's just not himself, guys, is he? I think he's very, very scared too. So I'm going to get them to check his eyes. Sorry, guys, I keep talking about him because he's on my mind. It's just so upsetting. I know you guys understand. A lot of you are real pet lovers out there. All right, let's get straight into the reading, guys, and we'll see what comes up. I'm getting Stand and Deliver by, remember that song by, was it Ant Music? Adam and the Ants. Stand and deliver. I'm getting this Stand and Deliver. I'm getting all these leaders standing up and starting to deliver. But this is going to be after Christmas. They're going to deliver. We know they're going to deliver more crap, garbage, BS, lies, all the above. They're going to start to deliver again after Christmas. Nothing's going to happen much before Christmas. But I am getting them all standing up and starting to deliver again Their lovely reset rollout. Oh, sorry, God. So I'm getting that. They're going to stand up and start delivering again after Christmas. And it'll be fairly intense. It'll be fairly intense again. See, they've got to keep trying. They can't just give up. They've got to keep trying to roll this out and get it to be accepted by the people. So that's what I'm getting for these government elites. They're going to keep standing up and delivering their beautiful packages that make no sense to anybody. I mean, look at all this climate change, renewable crap. It makes no sense. We had another story on the news here, guys, of an e-scooter that blew up. And the whole apartment block had to be evacuated because these e-scooters, they were delivery guys that were charging up their scooters at night, because that's an industry that's really growing too. Blew up. All right. They only show us a few little stories, don't they? They're not showing us many of the lecky car ones, have you noticed? I don't think people will be feeling really safe having their lecky cars charging up overnight in their houses. I'm getting New Zealand. I'm getting the gates are opening for immigrants in New Zealand. Sorry, guys. I know you probably didn't want to hear that, but I am getting that. He's accepting immigrants into his country. He feels that obligation, this Chris Luxon. He feels obligated to take his fair share of immigrants as well. He feels he's got to help the rest of the world out. If every other country's doing it, this is where he's going to feel that obligation. I feel like he's opening the doors to a lot of immigrants. But he is keeping it to a standard. I feel like he is keeping it to a standard. He's making sure they have their ID. He's making sure they're like certified sort of citizens or whatever it is. They have to have had a certain amount of vaccines. I feel like, but he's helping them out with that. Like, it's like he'll send them to the health clinics to get their vaccines before they're let out into the community. I feel like he's accepting a certain amount of immigrants, but it's on his terms, New Zealand's terms. He's not that willy-nilly, but he is taking a large amount of immigrants into the country, is what I'm feeling. He feels like he has to do his part to contribute to these kind of war-torn countries and countries that are struggling. He feels like he has to help out some of the poorer people that have been denied freedom in their own countries. That's just what I'm getting for him. But he is doing it in his own way. He's doing it in a much more methodical way than, say, Biden, for example. Oh, let's keep going. Oh, thanks for letting me know what your memories of Biden would be. I think a lot of us would agree with the tripping down the stairs of the plane. And, of course, the walking into flags. And not to forget the major one that one of you mentioned, which was, yes, destroying America and completely ruining it. Yes, that one does come to mind as well. So thanks for sharing, guys. So funny. All right, let's keep going. I'm just getting people are really disturbed now by what's happening to them. People are so disturbed by what's happening to them now because they know. See, they know. It's a knowing, it's a feeling, it's a sensing that your government's out to get you. It's becoming very, very obvious that it's not just in Australia. It's not just in Canada. It's not just in the UK. This is a worldwide, global experiment that is going on. And people are waking up to it. They're waking up to it. They know. It's like it's showing me like a Bunsen burner. You know when you're at school in your science lab and you have the little Bunsen burner and you had the test tube on the clamp or whatever and you would be boiling the water in there. Well, it's showing me little people, peasants and Lego people feel like they're being boiled in the test tube now. They realise that maybe this has been a gigantic social experiment that's not in their favour. Not you if you're watching my channel. We already knew this was what it was about 4 years ago. But now other people are waking up and realising that, holy crap, we're like a test tube experiment that our government is trying to destroy us. That's what they're picking up on now. That's the vibe that they're getting. Things aren't good. Things aren't good. We know they're not good, all right? Let's keep going. And see, this is what happens. It's like people are looking at how they're going to save themselves. See, they're not like, people waking up are not like us. We're very sensitive souls who have very sharp awareness. We've got the good antenna that pick up all the signals, blah, 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 which gives us plenty of warning and plenty of time to run away. I'm getting that song, I want to run away tonight. I'm gonna run away. Is that by the Cause? Don't know who sings it, but anyway, we ran away. Many years ago, we ran away because we had the vision and the foresight to see what was coming. It's like the tsunami coming and you run up the hill. That's what we did. We took off. But a lot of these people, they're having to salvage their life now. It's like they're having to grab a piece of wood and save themselves or start swimming really fast to get out of this bloody tsunami that's suddenly starting to hit them, caused by their own government, of course, as the waves bang and wash over them and make them feel all bedraggled and overwhelmed and sick, really. But the people are waking up. They're seeing it now. They know the government doesn't have their best interests at heart. They know it. They know it. And see, this is where the confusion comes in, and I think we're fully aware. Like, how can your government one minute be wanting to protect you all, save mankind, look after thy neighbour, you know, during the picky wheel, etc. And your family and friends, you know, don't even get together at Christmas. That wasn't even an option, was it? And suddenly, your government doesn't seem to give a rat's razoo about you. Well, people are figuring it out. Don't worry, they're figuring it out. All right, let's see where else we head. Germany, I'm getting Germany's collapsing. I get Germany all the time, and I really do believe their parliament is collapsing. It's like folding in on itself. The decisions they're making are very poorly, and the people don't like it in Germany. So I do feel there could be some collapsing in parliament in Germany. They're pretty strong people in Germany. They fight back when they have to. Even when they're scared, I feel like people fight back in Germany. And see, they're sort of plagued by the past. The past ignites people's anger. It really does. It's not hard for people in Germany to ignite into their anger beast mode, fight back mode, protesting mode, because they don't want to relive it. They don't want to relive the horrors and the monstrosity or whatever, catastrophic events rather, that went on way back when. We all know when. So that's what I'm getting in Germany. I feel like the parliament's, it's folding in on itself. See, they're making such bad decisions, the leaders over there. It's really rubbing people up the wrong way. Oh, God. And it's really tiring on the people. People in Germany are getting very tired now. They're tired from all of this. They really are. Did you see there was some incident in Paris too on the weekend, guys? I don't really know the details. I think it was a shooting, wasn't it? Someone lost their shit anyway in Paris, and I think it affected a few people's lives. I'm not quite sure, but, you know, no doubt that'll send everything into chaos. It doesn't take much to set the people off now, does it, globally? You look at Ireland. You know, now we've got France. Macron won't be happy about that either. Oh, he was at the COP summit too. I did see him being interviewed at the climate summit where Chucky and everybody else is. Oh, what a laugh. They all get together to save our world. in their jet planes flying in, of course, not to forget, and their beautiful big gas-guzzling cars, no doubt. Unbelievable. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting Brisbane in Australia, which is where I grew up, actually. I grew up in Brisbane, the capital city of Queensland, which is Anastasia Palaszczuk's state. I think she's going to get ousted at the next vote, guys. She's the Premier of Queensland, which is one of the top state, or the high up state in Australia. I am getting Brisbane. It's turning into a chaotic shitstorm up there. She's trying to take away cricket grounds and things like this to build her big stadiums and things for the big Olympics. Is she having, it's the Olympics you guys are having, isn't it? But I think they've canned the idea of having the Commonwealth Games, that Victoria, dictator Dan canned the Commonwealth Games, but I think Queensland's canned that as well. But it's a big shitstorm going on up in Queensland, basically, because now people are going, well, we're spending all these zillions of dollars on the Olympic Games, because it's all ego feeding. We know it is. Palachuk's no different. She's a Labor government as well, which is under Elbow, of course. Great minds think alike. Wasting more money, just like Elbow did on the yes-no vote. Well, she's wasting all this money on Olympic Games, but doing nothing about the youth crime. I told you how bad the youth crime is in Queensland. It is out of control. People are getting carjacked. They're getting home invasions. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm not saying it's just in Queensland, but Queensland seems to have a heightened amount of it at the moment, and nothing's getting done about it. So the poor people are taking it to the streets, protesting and trying to get the Palachuk government to do something, and she's doing nothing, of course. No, it's not an issue. Nothing to see here. It's absolutely crazy. It's craziness. All right, let's keep going. Oh, that was the other thing with the Solomon Islands too. America has a big ship docked at the Solomon Islands. They try and keep in with them, apparently. It's a big hospital ship. And they treat all the people on the Solomon Islands like a big hospital. Like, what the hell is going on here? No one knows. It's like everybody's trying to get power of the big global world, isn't it? America, see, trying to put himself back on the stage and be important, big power. They don't want Xi Jinping having all the power, so they're, stepping up. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Oh, I'm getting China again. We've had a bit of China and Trudeau lately. The people of China aren't going to give in to Trudeau anymore. They're not, because they don't want to live as a dictatorship. See, people waking up in China to know where this is headed now. They know it's headed down the Great Communist Party, very similar to Panda, and they don't want it. God, I hope you guys go to the vote. It'll be very interesting to see what Pierre Poilievre, or whatever his name is, I bet he's still doing well in the old opinion polls. It wouldn't be hard, would it, competing with Trudeau? He hasn't got many. He doesn't really know how to win friends and influence people, let's put it that way. So I am getting that people aren't accepting his ways and his views anymore. I think once upon a time they did. I think during the old picky wheel, they thought he was wonderful. A lot of people did, a lot didn't. But a lot did think he was wonderful because he was keeping everyone safe and protecting everybody. And, well, then the real Trudeau came out and people started to see, maybe he is just a dictating tyrant after all, and didn't really have everyone's best interests at heart, because we seem to be getting bombarded with all this nonsense, garbage and lies. He's pushed the transgender, he's pushed this and that and everything, the ID, the Canada ID card, what was it, all this travel ID card. Oh, yes, and now I did say the other day he was getting into his resources, and of course he is. He's trying to build back up on the world stage and be very respected amongst his peers. We know that he is. So there's a lot of resource management going on with Canada and Trudeau at the moment, China rather. You'll probably hear more about this. It'll be interesting to see what Trudeau's trading, because I think you've got a lot of debt, haven't you? So he's got to make some quick bucks. I'm sure he's making some quick bucks for himself. Whether he's going to have any rescue plans for the little people's finances, I'm not sure. No doubt you'll be paying for them because there'll be higher interest rates, higher taxes, blah, blah, blah. We know how it goes. Just add the extra costs onto the little people. They won't complain. Oh, God. Oh, it just doesn't end, does it? Oh. All right. Let's see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards. Gosh, for some reason I'm getting that we rule a Monopoly board. This is the Awake people. We rule a Monopoly board. What's this mean? I haven't played Monopoly forever. I know you can buy all these flash houses like the Strand and Fleet Street, isn't it? And we know who we'd like to go straight to get out. Oh, no, go to jail. We'd like to put some of the dictating tyrants on the board, wouldn't we? And send them straight to jail. But I am getting that. And they're showing me Bill Gates on the Monopoly board with all the houses and all the property. It's like a big tower of houses. Well, that'd be right. But I'm getting that we dominate the Monopoly table. Hang on, let me see what this is about. They're showing me the little car. You know how you get all the little bits? They're showing me all the little, I'll call them, what do you call them? I call them ornaments. What do you call them? You know how there's the little shoe. There's the car. I don't know what else there is. What else is there? Oh, there's a thimble, isn't there? I don't know. There's all these little things that you can use to go around the thing. Well, we kind of represent these things. We're the objects on the Monopoly table. But we're ruling the Monopoly table. That's what the guides are saying. We're in charge of the dice. The people who are awake are in charge of the dice. We're the ones rolling the dice. So it's kind of like what the people do moving forward is going to be the outcome of the Monopoly game. Hang on a minute. This is interesting. Hang on. It's like gambling. See, this is what the guides are saying. The leaders are gambling with us. They don't know how we're going to react. They don't know when they roll something out, are we going to roll a 1? Are we going to roll a 6? Like, are we going to be in agreement with it? Are we not going to be in agreement with it? How far are they going to be able to go with these things? I'm just getting this Monopoly game for some reason, but we're in charge of, it's like we control the game from here on in. From here on in. Probably not before now, but now that so many people are waking up, it's showing me that the little people are starting to control the Monopoly game. Well, that's a nice change. We weren't even on the board for a long time there, were we? But we're in the game now. The little people are in the game now. Maybe that's why they're showing me the objects. It's like everyday objects, like a thimble, a shoe, a race car. I didn't even know what the other ones are. God, I haven't played it since I was a kid. But I am getting that we're now on the game board. The people are on the board and we're rolling the dice. It's like we're getting a turn. We're finally getting a turn. We're finally having our say. We're finally having an impact on these global elites. You know, people standing up, people fighting back, people, for example, the French farmers the other day pouring all the poop on the parliamentary stairs and all this stuff, spraying all the hay and poop and whatever. Brilliant. This kind of stuff. So we're on the Monopoly board, guys. Oh, hang on a minute. And I'm getting that the game is in our favour. The game is now in our favour because the guides are helping us. You see, we have the extra support. It's like we, the little people, have the extra spiritual support from our guides, our higher mind. We have a lot of extra help is what I'm getting in this game. So we're on the board, guys. We're in the game. The people are now in the Great Reset Monopoly game. Oh my God. This is such a weird analogy, isn't it, guys? But I know everyone can relate to Monopoly. It's one of those games, isn't it? You can end up quite wealthy with Monopoly, all the fake money. Oh, it's still got cash, hasn't it? Oh, they'll probably come out with a Monopoly game that has a little swipe card thing soon that you can just bip your little fake cards on it. Wouldn't surprise me. That would happen. All right. Let me see if there's one more thing, guys, and then we'll pull some cards. Oh, God, I'm getting Australia. I'm getting Australia's bending like a banana. I'm feeling like, you know how they say, they call us banana benders. In Queensland, they call Queenslanders banana benders because they grow so many bananas up there. But I think we could pretty much put all Australians as banana benders. But this is elbow. Elbow is just bending like a banana. Showing me like a boomerang almost, you know, like a boomerang shape. But I don't think Elbow's boomerang's coming back. But I'm getting this around Panda, around Ziping. I feel like Elbow's really bending to Ziping's needs. He's being very, very flexible to suit Panda. That's what I'm getting. And they're giving me that visual of like bend it like Beckham. You know how Beckham can kick a ball and it can go round and in? Well, that's what I feel Elbow's doing with Panda. He's making sure the goals go in. He's making sure he's pleasing Ziping. I'm just getting this like banana bender. Like bending to suit Ziping. Like Elbow has to be really flexible to make sure that everything's sort of going Panda's way. It's not good. It can't be good. See, and like the guides are saying, it's like Elbow's kicking goals. Oh no, he's kicking goals with Panda. Big profits to be made. See, the thing is here, you've got to realise, guys, we're living here in Australia, Elbow's very secretive. He doesn't tell us much. We don't even know what's going on. All we heard about was talking about panda bears down in South Australian Zoo and Tasmanian Devil, like I said to you, which is a code name apparently that Elbow uses with Panda. So many questions, guys, haven't we? So we still don't know what's going on, but I do feel like Elbow's kicking goals with Ziping and Panda. It's not good. That means there's no kicking goals for the little people if China's involved at all. There's nothing for the little people in this except, as we know, Elbow, when he leaves or he gets voted out, he'll just take his big payout and be gone and leave all the people living in a bloody dictatorship. God, imagine if that happened here. We used to be the lucky country, free lucky country. There was a song, we're going down to the lucky country, living all by cause of making money. It used to be a really positive song and known as the lucky country. People always wanted to visit. Now we're like, I don't even know what we're like. After that whole Djokovic tennis debacle where they wouldn't even let him come into the country because he was unpickied, it did make Australia look really bad, didn't it? I was so mad when that happened. Oh, I was so mad. And people were posting it all over Facebook. It made me so sick. I got really annoyed at them. And then they were all so vicious. Didn't it bring out the worst in people, that whole Pickies event? It was just terrible. Oh, it was terrible back then. Thank God we're not there now. All right, I'm going to pull some cards for us all, guys. Let's pull some cards. Okay. This poor old Sprocket's not even snoring. He's quiet as a mouse. I'm going to pull some Doreen Virtues for us because these aren't as nude. Too many nude pictures on the Gaia set, isn't there, guys? Gosh, I keep fogging up. How's your ailments, guys? My neck's pretty bad. My leg's not so bad. It's still a bit swollen. Still got lymphedema, but it's not as painful as the other leg was, which is good. I know you guys have a lot of back and neck issues. It's the neck spasms are terrible. Oh, Serenity. Just keep looking for your quiet places, guys. Don't get overwhelmed. Just regroup, reground yourself. Stay focused on the things that are important. That's what I'm getting with Serenity. Oh, I'm so fogged up today. See, I'm getting into my little bit of Christmas spirit. I've got to drag the tree out of the garage. I said to my son, do you guys want to put the tree up? And he goes, yeah. Him and his girlfriend are going to do it for me Tuesday night. So I'll get the tree out and they can decorate it. I'm too lazy. I can't be stuffed. I'm trying to get into it, guys. Come on. Oh, friendship. That's beautiful, isn't it? It's a little bit of nudity. Hopefully the cherubs won't be counted. All their private bits are covered. Friendships. I think that's what we've built here, guys. We've built a few friendships here, haven't we? We all chat to each other. We all have some laughs. And the thing is, like, I don't even know what you guys look like. I don't even see you. I know you guys see me. But I sort of have pictures of you in my mind. It's really interesting, isn't it? I have a version of you in my head just by the things that you say and do. And I do love the laughs that we have. And I love that you guys care about, you know, my dogs and my cat Charlie and my little family of animals and myself, of course. because it's just nice to have people to share things with that understand and sort of think on the same wavelength. Otherwise, you could feel very isolated still and alone, couldn't you? I went through that as well, emerging. Yeah, we're still emerging. I believe that. Look at her. She looks sort of like a teenage girl, doesn't she? And really, when I think of that, it's like still emerging into who you are. We're still discovering ourselves. We're still finding new things about ourselves that were probably we never knew we had skills in certain areas, or that, yeah, we're still, that's part of the expanding though, to me. Expanding and growing process, isn't it? We're still emerging. Healing energy cards. Sun's just starting to come out today. We've had so much rain. It's all muggy though, so I have to let the grass dry out before I can even mow it. I'll have to mow tomorrow. Mindfulness. Be mindful of others' feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. Oh, that's cute. That's true. I think that's what the guides always are kind of telling us, just to be mindful of our thoughts, our actions. You know, John, you're always saying that too. Make sure you put your mind on the right things, not the wrong things. That's something that we do share a lot here, isn't it, with like Esther Hicks theories. But mindfulness is also about putting good thoughts out there on other people as well, you know, and ourselves. You know, be kind to yourself. Don't speak poorly of yourself. Mindfulness, yeah, just be aware of your thoughts. That's what the meaning is behind that card. Be aware of your thoughts. And thank you guys for putting your minds on Sprocket. I know a lot of you are sending really healing energy for him. And look, he is improving in so many ways. But then the blindness came and boy, I don't even know. I don't even know what to think about that, guys. I'm just overwhelmed by it, to be honest. So's my hubby. We all just love Sprocket to death. Like, I always tell you guys how, that's why it makes me so teary, because Sprocket saved my life, really. I was very suicidal. This is when menopause really started, and I got really, really down, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And, you know, that's why I always talk to you guys about creativity and passions. And look, I have got self-help videos if anyone's interested in going and checking those out. That's how I started my channel originally. Oh, he's moving around. Hey, Spot, come here. Hold Mummy's hand. Yeah? No. And then I started to think back. Like, I think I got guided to do it, actually. My guide said, you know, what did you love as a child? And I always remember my dogs. I had two dogs. I had a dog called Caesar, a Dalmatian, and I had a dog called Jake. And I absolutely love my dogs. I've got photos of me laying with them in their dog beds, like dog kennels. Like, my mum and dad would look for me and I'd be curled up with the dog in front of the heater or in their kennel. I was like obsessed. They always made me feel safe. They made me feel secure, and they made me feel happy. So I decided to get a rescue dog, which was Sprocket. And he needed me. He had, if you're new here, he had a drug owner. He had an ice addict owner who was actually a dealer in the town where I live. He dealt drugs. And Sprocket was 2. I forgot the other day, guys. I said he was 5 years old, but he's actually not. He's 7 or 8, because he was 2 roughly when I got him. So I forgot about that. I don't even know what I was thinking. I just wasn't with it that day. And yeah, so he was highly traumatized because he used Sprocket as a front man to like bark if anyone come obviously near the house or whatever. So we had to work with Sandy for a number of years to just get him to calm down. So we kind of saved each other, Sprocket and I. So we have a very, very special bond. We both found each other when we needed each other. And then I adopted Sophie later down the track because I ran into her owner, and then it's a bit of a long story. And then we knew they were brother and sister because I knew the woman that owned them, and then she recognised both of them, and his name was Tank and Sophie's name was originally Coco. So they had about 10 pups in the litter. It was like crazy. So there's probably a few others around town, but they are definitely brother and sister because she recognised them straight away on different occasions. So, and then the woman who owned Sophie went overseas to Canada, I think. Where did she go? Over there somewhere. and moved back over there. And so she asked, would we adopt her? And we were happy to adopt her because they needed to be together. So that's the story of my doggos. Okay, how about we do our viewer readings now? So Larissa, I did you yesterday. And today I'm going to be doing you, Janet Casey. Janet, I'm going to be pulling you an Angel's Answers card. Let's see what we get. Oh, that flipped over, Janet. Oh, be assertive. Oh, there was one stuck behind it as well. Oh, be assertive, romance. In reverse. Be assertive. I'm getting take pride in yourself. It's all right. It's just Tarada and Sophie. Take pride in yourself. Be assertive. Stand your ground. Stay true. Be honourable to yourself as well. It's all right. It's just Sophie. Oh, Sprocky, sit down. No, no, no. Sit. It's Sophie and Tarada. Sit. No. Oh, sorry, guys. I've got to let him through. Go, 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 go. Oh, sorry. Sprocky, sit down. Sit. I'll be there in a minute. Oh, Sprocky. Sit down. Sorry, Janet. Yeah, stay assertive, stay in your truth, and be honor and honor yourself. Honor yourself. Remember the crown of honor? The King Arthur crown of honor? And the romance was reversed. I'm getting romance is buried very deep down inside of you. I think you are a very romantic person at heart, and maybe you need to get back to that romance. Sprocky, come here. I've got you. Come here. Hey, come on. You might have lost your way a little bit on the romance front, I'm thinking. I think you've always really been a romantic, Janet. It's been lost in, saying, Sprockets, come here. It's been lost in translation, the romance, if that makes sense. But there's no need to worry. Sprocky, good boy. Oh, he's laying down. No need to worry. You can let everything go now. That's the message I'm getting for you, Janet. Let everything go. All your fears, all your worries, all your concerns, let it all go. Because the thing is, you can't control it, Janet. All you can control is you and how you feel about things. So you have to start really letting go of things. When you hold things closer, it doesn't have the flow. You should know that. It contracts things. It doesn't allow you to flow. So you have to let go, because there's no need to worry. You can let go of all your worries now. Let go of your worries. It's like that backpack of emotions. Let them go. Perhaps you're struggling too with some aches, pains, and ailments. I'm getting a lot of tightness around your jaw here, like the worrying. See, worrying leads to stress in the jaw. It can carry a lot of tension. Start stretching your mouth. You need to do some stretching mouth exercises, Janet. Look, we all carry tension in different ways. But I do feel like you've got a lot in your lower jaw. You need to get it moving. Opportunities. Opportunities are coming your way. Embrace them. Feel good. Feel alive. Do something that's going to sort of flip your lid in a positive way. Like, look at that. All the like gold just streaming through. Do something that's going to really ignite you. If the opportunity comes, take it. Someone might say, do you want to go for a drive, for example, or go for a picnic, go for a drive. Take it. Go for it. Go and enjoy it. Just be open. Grab those opportunities. Don't be frightened now. I feel like sometimes you have this bit of hesitation that something could go wrong or pear-shaped, or I feel like you avoid some feelings sometimes because of that, but you've got to grab your opportunities now. Really listen to your opportunities, because they come to you. Opportunities come to you, and I feel like you're a little bit stagnant. You don't take them with both hands. You don't take the reins and go with it. You're a little hesitant. It's showing me like you with a horse hitched to a rail, and instead of unhitching the horse and going for it, you sit on the horse at the hitching rail. It's safer because you're not going anywhere. But that's keeping you idle. You're not moving forward and flowing. You have to allow the opportunities. Well, it's not, it is allowing the opportunity. So it's more like when the opportunities come, you need to embrace them and just let them flow. Go with it. Go with it. Just be, the guides are saying, Janet, be more spontaneous. I think you're not very spontaneous. You're a little fearful of spontaneity, is what I'm getting. Spontaneity and opportunities. Let's pull you a soul expression card, Janet. Yeah. Yeah, be more spontaneous. Drop the fear. Get rid of the fear. The fear's holding you back. It's crippling you up. It's stifling your life, the fear. Oh, do you think? Fear. Well, Janet, I'm thinking that it is. Where's my glasses? Hang on, let's have a little read about the fear. And we all carry like subliminal fear. I often talk about that. Fear is a heavy, ungrounded vibration. Ask spirit for help. Surrender and release. You are safe. You are. You're protected. You don't have to have fear anymore. Fear is something that a lot of us carry from childhood, the teenage years, maybe workplace environments. Let it go. It has no purpose in your life anymore, Janet. I'm going to pull one more. What are the chances of getting fear, hey? Cycles. I respect the cycles of nature. I honor the shadow and the light within me. I plant positive seeds for my future. Yep. Again, it's the yin yang, the light, the dark. With every bit of darkness, there is light. And within the dark light, there is darkness. So it's getting the balance right and accepting the cycles of life. We all go through periods of our life, but we can also change it and bring ourselves out. It's again the caterpillar into the butterfly. Keep emerging, keep expanding. You know, the snake losing its skin. Keep going through the cycles. Don't stagnate. Fear will cause you to stagnate. If I stay in my little snake skin, I'll be safe. Well, you won't be safe because you're not growing and then you're going to become vulnerable to some predator, for example. So what you got to do is keep shedding your skin, your snake skin, and keep expanding to the next level. You're a smart cookie, Janet. I want you to keep moving forward. You're sitting idle. You've got to be more spontaneous. Be more spontaneous. If something says, oh, let's go down to the shops and have a coffee and go and have a look or something at something or other, go and do it. Be spontaneous. Embrace the situations. Don't be fearful. Don't be fearful of others at all. That's something I don't want you to be anymore. I want you to hold your head up high. I'm getting tight in the chest. You need to open your chest up. And be receptive of the things that are coming to you. Guides are getting things to you. Go with it. Be spontaneous. That's the biggest message I'm getting for you. Drop the fear. Drop the fear. You got to work on the fear backpack, Janet, and be more spontaneous and embrace more opportunities that come your way because you're being guided to them. But I feel like it's the fear that's stopping you from embracing them. I hope that makes sense, but fear is very big for you. You need to be working on the fear. Hang on a minute. And it doesn't matter, like the guides are saying, it doesn't matter if people have a clouded judgment of you. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what people think. It matters what you think. What do you think of yourself? Do you think you're an honest, caring, kind, giving person? Then that's who you are. It doesn't matter what other people think. Most of the time, people don't know us enough to even make judgment anyway. So you have to start ignoring it. You have to switch off from it all and have a reboot. Reboot yourself. That's what I'm getting for you, Janet. Reboot yourself. It's like when you turn the computer right off and you start everything up all over again. Everything's fresh and flowing. I want you to have a reboot. A reboot and a rebirth. That's what you got to work on. So many ways you can do that. Again, just hunt around on YouTube, learn and grow off people. Eckhart Tolle, Aaron Doherty, Esther Hicks. God, Wayne Dyer's another one, Louise L. Hay. Get into it. That's what I'll be doing. Jay Shetty. It's an endless list of amazing people on there that you can learn from. Start doing it. That's what I'll be definitely working on, Janet. Getting rid of the fear. Work on the fear. Might help the body too, any aches, pains, and ailments. We all need to work on our fear. It's not just you, Janet. All right, the second person I'm going to be pulling today is Carolyn Addie. Your YouTube name is Bitto Falatha. Is it Bitto Falatha? Bitto Falatha? Carolyn Addie. I'm going to pull you an Angel's Answers card as well, Addie. Let's see what we get. Wow. Sprocket, it's not himself, is he? Maybe it is a urinary tract infection. Helpful people. I feel like you are surrounded by helpful people. I feel like a lot of people around you have your best interest at heart, Caroline. But not only that, I think you have people's best interest at heart, so you get that reflected back to you by other people. Because you're giving and you're very helpful to others, you get that back a lot. It's very helpful to you. I feel like you learn a lot of others as well. Because what it is you see the gifts in others. You see their individual strengths and weaknesses. It's an ability that you have to read people. I feel like you read people very well, Caroline. Yes, you read people very well. You can see people's light and you can see people's darkness. You can balance people out. See, you're able to navigate people very easily because you see their light and darkness. You can see when someone's in a bad mood. You can see when someone's in really good spirits. I feel like that's what you're like. You can read people very, very well. You have a natural ability to read people and read their dark and their light. You can read the dark and the light. Their dark and light. You're very, very in tune with people's energy. Meditation brings answers. So you could definitely grow by calming your mind, focusing on spirit, leaning in towards your own soul a little bit more. I feel like that's something that probably lacks in your life, that focusing on your own soul and your strengths. Your physical powers might feel a bit depleted, like the rest of us, Caroline. And this could be powers in all areas. It could be mental strength, physical strength, lots of different areas. But meditation can help because meditation always helps to clear the clutter of our minds. So we're not getting so overwhelmed by everything going on around us, Caroline, is what they're kind of saying to you there. So you might have a lot of people around you. And that's why the quiet times are very important. We're going to pull a soul expression card for you, Carolyn. I feel like you could have a lot of people around you. Life could be very busy and hectic for you. That sometimes you might need to shut it off more, like go to your bedroom and read a book, or just getting this for you. I feel like you're not having enough quiet time to yourself. And the guys are saying, look, there is ample opportunity. You just got to make the opportunity. Release. I lovingly allow the old to release, making room for the new to arrive. I surrender. Yeah. And I think that's releasing that bit of guilt about having time to yourself. It's healthy to have time to yourself. You need to let go of that guilt. Release it. It's from the past. Like, you feel guilty if you have downtime, but it's healthy to have downtime. That's how you heal. That's how you heal your mind, body, and spirit, by having time alone. Quiet time alone. It's important for you. Release the guilt of it, Carolyn. Inner knowing. There is an inner knowing inside of you. It's communicating with you. Listen, you are correct. See, I think your body's even telling you to have time out, to do something that you enjoy. Try something new. Don't be afraid. Even if it sounds ridiculous. See, I've even been thinking, God, I'd love to get a drum kit. I've always wanted to play the drums, even since I was young, and it sounds ridiculous. And I keep thinking, oh, the neighbours would hate it. And like, I've got all these reasons not to do it. So I'm probably like you, Caroline. I'm avoiding all these things. And yet the guides would say, just do it. That's what I'm getting for you, Carolyn. You're never too old to start things. Have a go. What do you got to lose? You might just enjoy it. This could be around anything. It could be around anything. And again, it could be getting back to the guilt of if I spend money on something. Like, it could be anything. It could be buying embroidery. It could be getting a series of books. Anything in your life that you might have to lay out in order to do. But the thing is, if that brings you hours and hours of calm, peace, and happiness, isn't it worth it? It's better than going and bloody paying for doctors and medication and all this kind of crap. Listen to your inner knowing. It's telling you, Carolyn. I'm going to pull one more of these. It's telling you have to get your focus onto other things. You got to chill out more. You got to slow down more. Fairies. Meditate with this card to feel the loving support of fairies. And fairies to me is always, can be the garden fairies, but it's usually your guidance, your spirit guides. Listen for their messages. See, they're trying to get messages to you, Caroline. They're showing me like a cozy wood fire. There's even like messages in the flames. Like that's what I'm getting. They're showing me that visual, that time of, remember when Sirius Black was in the fireplace at Harry Potter? I don't know if you saw that, Caroline, but it's like messages in the fireplace, you know, this kind of thing. Not that someone's talking to you from the fireplace, but there's comfort in watching flames flickering, you know, this kind of thing. I'm getting that for you. I'm getting that guidance to be cozy and you know how a flame can be so mesmerizing, even watching a candle, a real candle, not like my battery candle, a real candle flickering or an outdoor fire pit. Flame is very, very soothing. It's a way of meditating. It's a way of comfort. It's a way of, you know, watching the flames dancing. That's like a meditative state as well. I'm getting that for you for some reason, Carolyn. This flickering flames. That's just what I'm getting. Allow yourself to just be. Find comfort in the simple things like the flickering flame. That's what I'm getting for you, Carolyn. And you know, you are very gifted at reading people. There's not even a question about that. You see the light and dark in everybody, but you are also accepting of the light and dark. But now it's time, because it, you know, as an empath, sensitive and intuitive, it can take a toll on us too. So it's very important that you do take that time out and do something that you've wanted to do for a long time. Even if you do have to lay out a little bit of money, don't feel guilty, because it's very important for your health and your well-being. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today, Caroline. I hope that helped a little bit. All right, I'll see if there's anything else to close with, guys. Oh, I'm getting this old song. Come right back, I just can't bear it. I got a dream and I want to share it. Come right back, you know that it'll be fun. Oh, that's an old song. We get some very old songs on here. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting this song. Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. Just getting that old song. Don't know why. All right. God, I'm getting this song. You know that song, we'll get together then, Dad, I know we'll have a good time then. But the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Is that the song, Little Boy Blue and the Man from the Moon? When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll get together then. I don't know why we get some of the music we do, guys. We just do. So I just share it with you. So I'm going to leave you on that note today. Cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. What's it all mean? We're back to the moon again. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like to, and please feel free to comment down below. I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Oh, goodbye from Sprocket. There he is. He's collapsed on the ground. It's got to be overwhelming for him, that's for sure, hasn't it, guys? Going blind, it's just not an easy thing to deal with. Anyway, I'm going to go and give him a huggy. And I'll give him a huggy from all of you guys. I know you all want to jump through the phone and give him a hug as well. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.